everyone. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video from what I usually do. I usually do a lot more fashion stuff, but today I want to talk about skincare. I feel like I've been through so much with my skin over the past 10 years, and I just kind of wanted to share what worked for me. This isn't like a clickbait video. I know I've searched all over YouTube on these YouTube videos that claim to just cure your acne, fix your acne. I've been down that rabbit hole. This is just what worked for me, and that's what I kind of discovered is curing your skin problems and curing your acne can be very specific to you, but there is general things that work on a whole for a lot of people. I will say I've tried multiple drugstore products, I tried multiple prescription products, and none of that really worked for me. I'm going to be very detailed in this video, and I'm going to break it down into 3 parts. The first one being skincare, the second being what you're eating, and the third being supplements. I remember I went through a big Sephora phase for the longest time, and I thought that it was really helping my skin, but in all honesty it was probably hurting it. This is nothing against people who use Sephora products. If it works for you, that's awesome. For me, it was not working. So I finally got fed up with the way that my skin was, and I went to a naturopath, and she actually diagnosed me with rosacea, which I never even knew that I had. It's not a super serious condition. It just is like small little red bumps under your skin. It also makes your skin more red. She prescribed me something called Finacea, which is the only prescription skin product that I still use. She then mentioned a place called Essence of Elle, which is a medical spa that specializes in skin conditions and skincare. So after a little while, I decided to try this place, and I booked an appointment. And basically the first steps were going over a bunch of questions about your diet, about your skin, about what kind of products you're using. They also give you a little booklet which describes what things to avoid. I also started something called the Acne Boot Camp. This conditions your skin slowly to these products because some of them are quite strong, so it's just a way to ease your skin into it without causing more dryness and irritation. I still use these products today, just at a higher percentage. So I'll go through my morning routine and my night routine. This is my morning skincare routine. I cleanse with a product called Showered with Love, and then I will wash this off. I usually let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then I put on a timer and I use an ice pack. This just reduces inflammation. I put on the timer for 2 minutes. Here I'm just using a product called Tone It Down. It's just a toner that evens out skin tone and redness within your face. And I use a product called Finacea. This you have to get prescribed by a doctor. It's just for rosacea, and it fights the redness in your face and the small little bumps that you get. Next, I'm using a product called Look on the Bright Side. I use 15%. It's an exfoliant. And then I'm using a product called Soak It Up, which is for moisture. And then I've just moved on to Pure Moist, which is another product for moisture. And just after I put on all my different moisturizers, and while my face is still wet from those, I use a gua sha. There is conflicting reviews on whether this works or not. I find it works for me. And then finally, I just put on sunscreen. One note I will say is all my products I put on back to back, except for sunscreen. Sunscreen, you want to make sure that your face is completely dry before you put it on. And just as a little side note, I'll use this Benefit eyebrow tint and gel just to tint my eyebrows a little bit. And that is the morning routine. So along with these routines, I was also purchasing treatments, and the way that I purchased it is I did a batch purchase of about 5 treatments. I believe 3 skin peels and 2 microneedling appointments. So it took my acne on my face to go away. 3 chemical peels spread out over, I think for me it was about 4 months, but I definitely could have done it a lot faster than that. Just with my schedule, that's the only time I could go in. I definitely noticed a huge difference after the 3rd chemical peel. That's when my skin completely cleared up. I also got a few on my back, which definitely helped improve the acne on my back, but that is still kind of a work in progress. These treatments definitely work, and they're definitely worth the money, but they are are expensive, so unless you have the money to spend on them, I would say saving up the money just takes a little bit of time. The microneedling is to get rid of the scars, and the reason that I did the microneedling is because when I started, it was the summertime, so you can do something called halo, which I believe penetrates deeper into the skin and really gets rid of all of your acne scars, but that treatment is quite expensive. I believe it's about $1,000. I totally believe that it works. I haven't gotten it myself yet, but I really trust this company as they've completely gotten rid of all of my acne. I'm eventually gonna get the halo treatment for all my acne scars. I still have quite a few on my cheeks, and I actually haven't had a breakout in about 2 months. I literally just got one pimple 2 days ago. Of course, right in time to film this. This is my nighttime skincare routine. I am starting off here with a cleanser. It is called Showered with Love, and then I move on to using an ice pack to reduce inflammation for 2 minutes, and then I'll use a product called Tone It Down, which is just a toner, and move on to a product called Look on the Bright Side, which is 15%, moving on to a moisturizer called Soak It Up, along with another exfoliant called Better with Benz. I am then using another moisturizer called Pure Moist. Finally, I'm using The Ordinary's eyelash and eyebrow growth serum, and that is my nighttime skincare routine. I also take supplements, which are super important to keep your skin clear. I take Seed, which is a symbiotic, so it's a prebiotic and a probiotic combined together, and I take 2 one day, and then the next day I'll take 1, and then I'll go back to 2-1, 2-1 for the whole week. I also find this helps a lot for my bloating. I'm not really too sure if it does much for my skin. I really started taking it for my bloating in particular, but it probably isn't hurting. So I take Seed when I wake up, and then at lunch I take a product called Dermaclear, which is made by Essence of Elle. And then with dinner, I take 3 Kirkland brand fish oil supplements. You can just get them at Costco. I'm sure you could use any brand. This is just what was recommended to me. And then I also take magnesium. It's like a special kind of magnesium. I'll probably pop a picture in here, and I get it from a place called Nature's Fair, which is just a grocery store nearby me. The supplements are a huge part of clearing up at least my acne. I really notice it that I will get a breakout when I kind of fall off taking the supplements really rigidly. So now onto food. I mostly eat vegetarian, and I mostly eat dairy-free. I have been told that dairy is a big cause for acne. I personally have noticed that I can usually get away with a little bit of cheese and a little bit of yogurt, and that doesn't seem to affect it too much. But I definitely try not to overdo it with the dairy, just to keep my skin clear. So just as a side note, I also get acne on my back, unfortunately, and this has been the hardest thing to clear. I've only gotten 2 chemical peels on my back, so I'm wondering if I get a third, just like my face, if that'll really clear it up. I also have a lot of scars on my back, so something I've been trying is some Hero Cosmetics products. I've been trying the lightning swipe after I shower in the morning, and then putting their blemish cream on top of that to fade away the scars. And then at night I've been using like their roller lightning wand, and I've only been using that for about 2 to 3 weeks, so it's hard to say. I want to say it's helping, but that could just be like a placebo effect. Something else that I use in the shower is I'll use my face cleanser for my back, and that really helps. And then I also use a brand called Panoxyl, which is basically the same as the benzoyl peroxide that I use on my face. It's just in like a foaming wash, and that one I just use on my back in the shower as well. I personally thought about going on Accutane quite a few times, but I just could not bring myself to do it. So I hope this gives other people in similar positions some ideas on trying something new. I know these medical spas have been popping up a lot more. I've seen a lot more around, so it's definitely something to check out in your area. I would just double check that they're using really natural products. That's something I know Essence of Elle does. They're very transparent with their ingredients and what they're using in their treatments, so that's just something I recommend if you go to one of these spas. I hope this helps you guys out or gives you some ideas. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.